So we got the 8030 plugged into my Marshall G1265 cab. It's an old JCM 800 cab I got years ago. That's doesn't look good, but it sounds fine. Yeah, we're just gonna cycle through the low input and the high input, and as you can kind of hear, there's a lot more hum, I think, than there should be. Like, there's P90, but still, yeah, I mean, you unplug it and it doesn't change, so there's definitely something to be improved there. But we'll cycle through and just kind of give you guys an idea, you know, how it sounds, maybe pre-cap job or something like that, so you can get a point of reference just how much it can improve, because haven't really seen that on the old YouTubes too much. So anyway, here's the low input. We're around 1 o'clock on the master, because I can do that, and about, I don't know, 10:30 or so on the gain. But it's a nice clean overall, really. Not a ton of headroom on this amp. It's always kind of broken up, but I mean, you got squeaky clean, you probably get a twin or something, I would think. Bump it up a little more. Now you can hear the hum kind of getting a little wacky. Not too shabby. Okay, let's put it on the high input. We'll bring the gain back to 10:30 or so. We'll see the difference there. I mean, first impressions, definitely a lot more driven than the other input, which is to be expected, I guess. Yeah, actually not too bad. I think it can get a little better, but we're gonna find out. Overall, it sounds pretty good though. Stay tuned for that.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, so got my tech around back there to take a look at it. And so the caps were bulging, and one of the tubes was a little bit microphonic, so we changed those out. And it's pretty marked difference, I would say. Right off the bat, just plug it in, same settings. I gained a couple decibels. I started clipping my mic pre rather, and so I'd turn the pre down just to maintain that, and a lot more lows, and overall just a bit more complexity. Like it's pretty good. So I'll show you, just kind of, I'll thumb through how that sounds, but yeah, caps in the tube, that makes a big difference. break up quite as early as it was, I would say, and it's a kind of a more pleasing breakup. But let's go ahead and turn it up. Let's go to 3 o'clock on the gain and see how that changes things. We're still in the low input, so. Another thing, basically, now any 60 cycle hum I got going on is entirely from the P90. It's pretty well eradicated. There's no gate, there's no pedal, there's nothing. There's just straight in. So, you know, typical single coil. If you face one way, you're good. If you face the other way, you're not. So, anyway, let's switch to the high input. And let's try that out back at 12 o'clock just to kind of see how that sounds. Right away, a lot more driven. Samp cleans up so nicely, though. That's a kind of a single channel, you know, vintage style amp thing. You roll back and everything just is fantastic. So that's all fine and well, but let's check out if we roll it up to 3 o'clock, how much more we get here. So I think the moral of that is if you're having some problems with your amp, don't rule out that something's probably wrong with it. Excessive humming and stuff like that. No, I don't think anybody designs that an amp with that in mind. They don't want that. So generally, if you have that, there's probably a cap that's bad or a tube that's gone. So don't be afraid to call up your local techs or maybe learn it yourself. That's what I had to do because here we are in rural Alberta. So.